Welcome everyone to Merri Bowl in Livonia for the exciting regional final of the Bowling Showcase Challenge. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and thanks for joining us for this exciting final Merri Bowl region match. Once again, I'd like to first thank our host center for this series of regional matches, Merri Bowl in Livonia. If you're looking for a fun, friendly, and state-of-the-art bowling center, come check out Merri Bowl and tell them that Bowling Showcase sent you. Here we are, the final match of the Merri Bowl region. Whatever team walks out of here today victorious earns the right to represent Merri Bowl in the final championship match against the Super Bowl region winner. So let's take a quick look at our two final teams for today's regional final match. This is it, today's regional final match, featuring Merri Bowl, the Steel Curtain, squaring off against defending champion Woodland. Merri Bowl got here first by beating Waterford back in round one, and then beating Mayflower in the semifinal round. And Woodland, they punched their ticket by first beating Rose Bowl, the Monopoly team, then Team Ansara Red Robin in the semifinal round. So this match is the Battle of Livonia. Let's see who comes out on top. So that brings us up to speed. As before, I'm joined by Women's Series standout, former Team Canada member, and recently elected Michigan State Hall of Famer, Robin Orlikowski, to help bring you all the frame-by-frame action. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the start of the Merri Bowl Region Final next on Bowling Showcase. The Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth bowlers in Michigan. The adult championship events for this season include the Open Championship, starting in January at Merri Bowl in Livonia and Westland Bowl in Westland, and the Women's Championship, starting in February at Northway Lanes and Sherman Bowling Center in Muskegon. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. My name is Rich Glom, managing partner of Merri Bowl Lanes. And on behalf of my entire team, we're pleased to host this year's 2019 Bowling Showcase Challenge. At this time, we'd like to turn it over to Mark Martin and Robin at the Metro Detroit USBC. Take it away, Mark.
All right, so it's come down to this. The finals of the Merri Bowl region. The home team Merri Bowl. Last year's champion, the defending champion, Woodland Lanes. What better can it get?
I know, this is going to be really exciting. I mean, Merri Bowl has been very, very consistent in this series so far, and Woodland being the defending champions, wanting to repeat. It's going to be really a great match.
Well, they got to win today to get their opportunity to repeat.
Right. Because
the winner today will face the Super Bowl region champion at the end of the season for the overall championship.
Yeah.
It's really come down to this. So leading off for Merri Bowl is Ashley Gluba.
Outside of bowling, how she likes to spend some of her time when she's not working is she likes to draw. She likes to be artistic that way. Nice and solid at the line.
Ooh, 3, 4, 6, 7.
Ouch. Not exactly the way you want to start off. The best way to pick this up is to hit the
3-pin on the right-hand side, right?
And hopefully it'll slide over into the 4-7.
Well, Ashley, Robin told you how to make it. Just show her you were listening. That's all you got to do.
It'd be a great way to start this by picking up a really big split like this.
It would.
We've only had one big split picked up in this series so far.
And one near make.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 pins. Again, like you've said so many times, if you're going to have an open frame,
yep,
the first frame is the frame to have it. Bob Bagansky up leadoff team, leadoff bowler for the Woodland Lanes team, defending champion.
He's been really good in this series for his team, but very consistent.
Absolutely.
Nice loft
And he comes through again.
great carry.
It looks like Brandon Fender is up now for the Merri Bowl team. Up on the left-hand lane.
He's relatively new to bowling. He's only been bowling for 5 years, but with his form and everything and how well he scores, you'd think that he'd been bowling his whole life.
Lane 32 just got slide.
Oh!
He caves the 4-9, chipping the 4 forward.
4 forward and the 9 pin to the left. That was just a pretty nice strike.
Yeah, it's a good way to get your team pumped up.
That's right. Merri Cooper now up on the right-hand lane, our coach of the Woodland Rangers youth program at Woodland.
Nice ball.
And throws a strike.
Great shot.
You know, Merri's thrown a lot of strikes in this competition. In the first round she did. She threw a couple strikes.
Yeah, she's been really...
She's been solid.
Their whole team has been solid.
Yeah.
It's been great to watch.
Agree.
Same with Merri Bowl. They've all had this. I mean, with how many strikes they've had in both games?
Will Jackson. Big Dilly. Throws to Brooklyn, but guess what? It all counts. And that could be the break they need.
I think with the trip forward of the 4-9, it's just, got them like a little loose.
That Brandon had, yes, absolutely. So Corey Strange now up on the right-hand lane. Woodland working on a double.
Proud to be the manager of Woodland Lanes. He's been working there for 6 years now.
Comes up a little high, leaves the 3-6-10.
This is a spare that, in this type of situation, in this environment, can be really nerve-wracking. Yes, intimidating, because it's so easy to chop. He's going to use his strike ball. He's going to flatten his wrist just a little bit, and he converts it without a problem.
I bet Coach Merri taught him that when he was a kid.
I bet. Merri was his coach in
That's
youth
right.
leagues.
Sean Schmidt now up for the Merri Bowl team. Merri Bowl working on a double.
He has a house record at Merri Bowl with an 875 series, and surprisingly, he did not have any 300s during that set. Great.
And a strike for Sean.
Okay, a 289, a 298, and a 288.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Merri Bowl's now taking a 1-pin lead in this match. Dan Jordan now up on the right-hand lane. You know, Robin, throughout this entire series, I've been wondering about your election to the Michigan's Hall of Fame.
Oh.
So if you drop me a little bit of how does that feel?
Well, you know what? I honestly never thought that I would live in a state long enough to have the opportunity to receive that honor. So I'm so thankful and excited, and just there's so many people to thank because of it. It's like the topping on the cake.
This 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, easily made by Dan Jordan.
Wow.
It's almost like he's done it 100 times in his life or
Right.
something.
Now we had that split
Yeah,
left.
Ashley had left it in the
Yeah.
first frame.
So you think she was giving him, sorry, he was giving her a lesson?
Maybe he was trying to show her something. That I can do it. So James Holly Jr., anchor bowler for Merri Bowl, up on the left-hand lane.
Good shot.
Big strike there.
Nice.
Increase the lead to 15 pins. Chris Nielsen now up on the right-hand lane. Has got to answer the call here. Chris, guess what? You need a strike.
It definitely will help. I mean, with the Merri Bowl having 4 in a row now, and Woodland going strike, strike, spare, spare, they need to start to put the pressure on.
Yes, they do.
He's been very consistent through this series as well, so I don't doubt that he has the ability to do it.
Leaves a 6 pin.
Went a little high there, leaving the 6. I think as soon as he threw it, he knew that he was begging for it.
Okay, so you got elected to the Hall of Fame. You didn't think you'd ever be able to stay in one place long enough to be able to earn that kind of honor. So what was different about Michigan?
Well, my husband, he works for Brunswick, so I'm tied to this state for a little while. But I love it here. I love how much competition there is.
Absolutely. This is the bowling capital of the world, Detroit, and Michigan is the biggest state for bowling.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's awesome.
You landed in the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of that. Let's talk about the match. The match it's 16-pin differential. Merri Bowl's working on 4 strikes in a row. They got the magic 3 or 4 that you've talked about already.
Yep.
So is it a done deal?
Not yet, of course. We've got 5 more frames to go. But this is the first time that we've really had in this series here, the last towards the semifinals, that we've had this many strikes in the first 5 frames.
Right.
So if Merri Bowl can keep it up, I can see them being the winner, but I don't think they're going to win without Woodland giving a big fight.
I would agree with that. So we'll find out. Teams are going to switch lanes. We'll find out right after these messages with the final 5 frames of the finals of the Merri Bowl region here on Bowling Showcase.
A lot of professional tournaments. We've won a lot of tournaments worldwide. I mean, we won more in the last 10 years worldwide than any company. We make good bowling balls, and good players use our bowling balls because they can win with them.
So here we are back in the finals, the last 5 frames of the finals of the Merri Bowl region. Merri Bowl, the home team, has a 16-pin lead, working on 4 strikes in a row. But the defending champions are tough and hardened and battle-tested.
They're not going to go down without a fight, and so I expect these last 5 frames to be like pulling out the nails.
I would agree.
Fangs.
I would agree. 5 in a row by Merri Bowl. Bob Bagansky now up for the Woodland team, working on a spare. Bob has been money.
He has.
For the most part.
Yeah, he's been really, really solid this whole series.
He had a couple strikes in the first round, 1 strike in the second round. He started this match off with a strike.
Oh,
he gets the strike there.
Yeah, you see him like pull it back there,
That's right.
He liked it. So we got a lineup change here.
A lineup change. We're going to have Sheila McIntyre lead off for the Merri Bowl team. Merri Bowl is working on 4 strikes in a row, so she replaces Ashley Gluba. She also bowled in the semifinals and did pretty well.
All right.
Crosses over and carries a strike. It's not how, it's how many.
That
and
helps.
she got it.
She's throwing her hands up like, oops, but that's okay.
I got it, I got it, I got it. I got this, I got this. Mary Cooper now up on the left-hand lane. High average of 220. You referred to her dad in the last round when we were talking about Ted Kress, longtime member of the Old Timers, longtime league secretary of senior leagues, and it's good that she's helping him out now that he's getting up there. It's always good to get a little younger blood in things.
Yeah.
So Merri leaves the 10 pin.
Yeah, she really wanted that one. I don't think she thought that was going to be a 10 pin there.
Well, she's been money on her spares, though. And she is once again.
Great. Brandon's up now.
Yeah, Brandon's up, working on 5 strikes in a row for the Merri Bowl team.
He's got a new baby due in April. Oh, okay, he tugged that just a little bit.
He leaves the 9 pin, leaves the 4 pin, gets 9.
Yeah, just tugged that one a little bit. I think maybe some slight nerves maybe started to creep in.
I think he was, he kind of knew he tugged it a little bit.
Yeah.
Was hoping for maybe that kick. If I recall correctly, earlier in this match, he tripped a 4-9.
Right. All right.
And he covers it easily.
Whew.
So Merri Bowl has a 25-pin lead after 7 frames. Both teams working on spares. Corey Strange up on the left-hand lane here at Merri Bowl in the finals of the Merri Bowl region. He's got 7 300 games and an 800.
Nice.
And a strike for Corey.
He's kind of walking that off because the 5 pin fell a little late.
Well,
but it's a strike.
it's a strike.
All right, let's see what Big Dilly does here.
All right, Big Dilly.
He's got a high game of 296. He really wants to get that 300 and a high series of 776. So he's trying to get to that 800 series for under his name. Looked like he might have been just a bit quick on that approach.
Ben leaves the 2 pin.
No, not a bad leave in the grand scheme of things. So it's in the middle of the lane for the most part. Single pin makes it a much easier conversion.
It does. But, you know, I got a feeling spares are just not going to do it for the Merri Bowl team. Because we have Dan Jordan coming up. Dan Jordan. Time to answer the call. You're on a strike. Team's on a strike. Max score for Woodland, 232. Max score for Merri Bowl, 246. However, Merri Bowl's going at a 226 clip. So.
Yeah, a strike here is really going to help his team out.
And he gets the strike.
I am not surprised at all. He's been a very solid 4th spot bowler.
Absolutely.
I think he's struck in the 9th frame almost every time.
I think every time in this series.
Yeah.
Yep, every time in this series, the 9th frame. Not always in the 4th frame. In fact, never in the 4th frame, but every time in the 9th frame out of these 3 matches. Sean Schmidt now for the Merri Bowl team on the right-hand lane. He answers the call.
Woo. Getting down to it.
So we have a 14-pin lead for Woodland. Woodland can't shut them out, but they can make it pretty difficult for James Holly Jr.
Just rubbing my hands together. This is going to be interesting.
Chris Nielsen up. Knows what pressure is and knows how to answer the call.
Yeah, I think when he threw that, he wasn't sure if it, he wasn't in love with that shot.
Yep.
So leaves a 10 pin here. So if he spares here and strikes.
Be 211.
Okay.
And Merri Bowl's going on a 226 clip.
Okay.
246 max. So really all Merri Bowl is going to have to do, James Holly Jr., is get a mark in a 10th frame.
Okay.
And truthfully, maybe not even that. 9 pins in 2 balls. There's 9 pins in 2 balls to give him 214.
Mm-hmm.
And the max score for Woodland is 211. So stay away from disaster.
All right, knock on wood.
Or Formica.
Right. So Chris had, in 2014 at the USBC Open Championships, had an 800 series in the team event. So that's outstanding to bowl an 800 at that level of competition. So congratulations.
You bet. So Woodland finishes with 209. Seven pins in 2 balls for James Holly Jr. will make them the regional champions and move them to the finals of the Bowling Showcase Challenge at Super Bowl later on this season.
It seems pretty easy, but let's see what happens. Oh my goodness.
He got 7.
Oh, wow.
And as it turns out, that's really all he's going to need. Leaves the 6-7-10 split. That gives him 210. That gives him 210. So I'm sure that Chris Nielsen is thinking, oh, man.
Right. Ooh.
So he gets 2.
All right. For a second there, I thought it was going into the gutter, but it didn't matter.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway. So the final score of this match, Merri Bowl 214, the home team, defeats the defending champion, Woodland 209. 214-209. Great match.
Wow.
Great regional matches.
Yeah.
From the first round all the way through. Merri Bowl 258, 258, 214. Great series. They will show up at Super Bowl later on this year to face off against the Super Bowl region champion. Robin, what do you think?
I'm excited. This has been so exciting. I love it when it comes down to the end, and it's not necessarily how you start; it's how you finish. And Merri Bowl just kept the pressure on, and they pulled through.
So in that 10th frame, when James Holly Jr. threw that, left that 6-7-10 split, I could feel the air coming out of this building.
Oh, I don't think.
Couldn't you?
I feel like he didn't know if he won it at that point. I think he was questioning, oh my gosh, did I just throw it out the window?
But we're going to find out because we're going to talk to him
Yeah.
right after these messages on Bowling Showcase Challenge.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
Metro Detroit USBC, your source for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. We support USBC certified league and tournament competition. We provide 11 tournaments for all members of our association, including men, women, youth, seniors, scratch, and handicap competition. The top reasons for belonging to the Metro Detroit USBC are having your average recognized, bonding of league funds, rules of the game, assistance in resolving league issues, equipment standards of the game, charities, and awards. Visit us at mdusbc.com. So here we are with the championship team of the Merri Bowl region, the Merri Bowl Steel Curtain. Brandon Fender, how does that sound?
Man, that's awesome, especially because I'm a Steelers fan, so it works out both ways. It really does.
So it came down to the 10th frame.
Yeah.
You guys had the opening.
I was nervous. I don't think he was.
You told me you weren't even sure
I wasn't, no.
that you'd won when he got the 7 pins.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't sure exactly what he needed before, but you know, he'd been throwing the ball so well, and our whole team has been throwing the ball so well
Right.
with confidence and talking and, you know, making changes and stuff. So, I mean, we started off with a split, picked it right back up, and, you know, we ended up finishing it.
So, Brandon, you know, James Holly Jr. threw that 7 count.
Mm-hmm.
The air just went out of this building for
Yes.
that moment.
Because you just felt like, what? No, wait, we might actually lose this?
Exactly.
And then you look up and you go, okay, wait, we started good enough to where
But you
we
guys-
had just enough margin for error.
You guys bowled great in this region.
Thank you.
You represented Merri Bowl very well. You'll have one more chance to
Yeah.
represent not only them, but all the other teams in this
Yeah.
region in the finals later on this year.
It's going to be fun. We can't wait, trust me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You guys have a good one.
All right. So now the Merri Bowl region is wrapped up. We know who the winner of the Merri Bowl region is. It's Merri Bowl.
It's awesome. Did they have the home
Why,
court
why
advantage?
did we even have all this competition if we knew they were going to win? They had a tough way about it, but they bowled great. 258, won convincingly. 258, won convincingly. 214, and won.
Yeah, they had to earn it there at the
I
end.
didn't say convincingly.
No, because the other 2 ones, it was pretty easy for them.
That's right,
You know,
exactly.
250, 190. Yeah, and then that's what you're going to see when you start to narrow down the teams. It's going to get tighter matches,
It will.
or you hope that that's the case. So,
Well.
yeah.
Okay, so that's it for Merri Bowl this year. We want to thank Rich Glome for all of his hospitality, for his support of Bowling Showcase, his support of bowling in general in this market. You know, proprietors like Rich are the backbone of our proprietor group. We have great proprietors here in Detroit. Rich is one of those. We appreciate all of them. We thank all the sponsors of the Bowling Showcase. Now we're on to Super Bowl for the Super Bowl region, and we'll see you when that starts up on Bowling Showcase.